Excellent. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome, 𝚃𝚅𝚗𝚕𝚎. I'm live streaming from this Zoom. So hopefully we have. Yes, Sky Auntie. Hello, it's working. Excellent. Welcome, 𝚃𝚅𝚗𝚕𝚎, everyone. It is Sunday, April the 14th, 2024. It's honestly one of the best moments of the year in the astrology. So here we've got this epic moment that we're building towards. And this is where I'm getting heaven on earth, okay? So your heaven on earth, we're talking about Jupiter and Uranus conjoining at 21 degrees of Taurus. We're getting ready for Taurus season. There's an upcoming Sun-Pluto square that's going to lead us into next week's full moon in Scorpio. There's a lot happening. There's a lot going on. So let's just dive right into I'm going to do some housekeeping. We are going to do the little housekeeping. Okay, so Patreon, we have introductory, like a free trial to start. April is free. So everyone got a free April because I'm still working out some interesting scheduling quagmires. So April's free, try it out, see how you like it. You're going to get access not just to what we have going on now, but if you join a tier and you just want to try it, you're going to get access to everything previous from that tier. So you can try it, see how you like it, binge watch all of the videos in that tier. I have a lot up there on the Patreon, thousands and thousands of videos and thousands of hours of instruction and channeled messages. So go ahead and give that a shot, give that a try. Also, the free trials up there still too. And okay, so the Patreon, the first tier, $11.11 a month, it gets you, after this live stream, I'm going to do a separate private live stream for my Patreon members, and they're going to have how all of this is affecting every single zodiac sign. Then on the next tier up for $22 a month, you guys, you're going to learn how to remote view. You're going to have access to the remote viewing Zoom sessions that are every Saturday. So the month of April, there are two more remote viewing sessions these upcoming Saturdays. They will be at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. And then in the month of May, they will be every single Saturday at 4 o'clock Central Standard Time. Okay. Is there anything else? So that's what we're kind of working with for April, and there's that. Okay, now for this week ahead. Thanks everybody. I miss you guys. I'm trying this live streaming from the Zoom. Gonna take care of all the things, wash my hair afterwards. But okay, Monday starts with a quarter moon moment, the quarter moon in the sign of Cancer. So we're on this new moon solar eclipse in Aries. We had that on Monday, April the 8th. So this quarter moon, as the moon is gaining in light, waxing, gaining in light, it's going to make that square to itself, to the sun. And this represents the crisis in action. This is when we have to overcome an obstacle, get through something difficult in order to actualize the inherent potential and our desires, how we're trying to use the astrological energy to manifest something terrestrial, a terrestrial difference, terrestrial change. You know, we have changes on the vibrational level and they settle down into changes in the physical level. So that's why I say everyone has like the face they deserve, because your subconscious is going to pulse the energy of the truth, of honesty. And this is how I teach body language reading and a whole bunch of other stuff, is that you always want to tell the truth, and people are always trying to tell the truth. And that comes through in their body language. It comes through in the micro expressions in their face. So when you see people's faces, over like a while, they have like a snarl or like a furrowed brow or something, like that's the face you deserve. So that's what you earn, So this is going to be a week and a time in the month of April where you want to put in the work to change, make vibrational changes. And when I say make vibrational changes, I'm talking about the immaterial. So changing how you think, how you speak, how you treat yourself, how you work through your feelings, how you approach, a perspective shift, and how you integrate things, how you adapt, all the invisible things, because they're going to have physical manifestational differences. And that's what we're talking about with Taurus season and this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in Taurus. It's about physical. Tauruses are very physical creatures, you know, the weight of the heart through the stomach, all that jazz. Like it's about the money. It's about, does this work practically? Does this make sense? I want what I want. I like what I like. Just give me that. Give me my basics and I'm all good to go. So we all have Taurus somewhere in our charts, and that's what's going to get really lit up. And we're in Aries season, so there's a lot of fire that is supporting the physical terrestrial changes. So for some people, this is changing where you live, roommates, changing housing, changing jobs, promotions, demotions, sources of income, how you are spending money, your bills, your payment structures. But just think about like a material difference, changing relationships, changing you know, what your routines are that are leading to supporting different things that you want in your life. So sorry, back to Monday. Monday, quarter moon, there's an obstacle. So think back to around last week, April the 7th, 8th, kind of like all last week, but like, yeah, last week, solar eclipse opens a portal of fated events, karmic events that are setting off things in motion that you put off dealing with either from a past life or from earlier life. They're energies that you're meant to work through. You're going to see the same problems, the same issues coming up, even if you don't deal with it, or if you try to run from it. You try to run from your dad, and you get someone at work that is just like that father of yours, and you have to deal with the same issues that, you know, you didn't want to deal with, you know, your father. You're trying to run away from mom issues, same thing. You're going to have something coming, you know, so it always behooves us to take care of this kind of thing. So anyway, the moon in Cancer speaks especially powerfully, even more powerfully to, hey, Joy, welcome, even more specifically to our subconscious. So put it this way. Let's say you're trying to make a lot of money. Trying, but no matter what, you're always broke. You can make millions of dollars a year and still be broke all the time. So what is it? What is that about? Where is it? How do we figure that out? So your subconscious mind is like 95% of your total mind. Your conscious mind and conscious awareness is only 5% of your total mind. You think you're trying to make a lot of money, right? You think you're trying to make a lot of money or fall in love, be in a relationship, but you're like the reality, looking at the reality saying, I'm always broke or I'm always alone, whatever it is. That's because 95% of your total mind doesn't believe in it. Maybe 95% of your total mind is thinking what you learned growing up, what you saw your parents doing growing up. Oh, money's evil, it's bad, it's for bad people, there's no honest way to make a lot of money, or whatever it is. So that little like 5% of your mind that you think that you're trying to make a lot of money, 95% of your energy that you're pulsing out of the honest and the truth is actually counter to what you think you're trying to do. So same thing, oh, I'm alone, whining about being alone, but maybe 95% of your total mind has a subconscious loyalty to your mother or your father who failed in relationships. Maybe they had a failed marriage, maybe they had some other failure. So subconscious loyalty says that, oh, I'm not going to fall in love and have a successful relationship or a successful marriage because mom didn't have that or dad didn't have that or whatever, okay? So I speak to all these things because Monday's an especially fated and subconscious day. So we will feel like things are happening to us, like it's fate and destiny, and sometimes it is, and sometimes it's just what we've manifested and attracted into our experience through our subconscious, through that 95% of our power, of where our power really is. And so on Monday, like I said, there will be some kind of challenge to your Aries intentions from last week, something that you need to be brave to do, courageous to do. Maybe you're the first one to do something, or maybe you're the pioneer or a pioneering spirit. But you know, it's with the whole Chiron stuff. There's wounds that we have to speak to and that we cannot ignore. And so the quarter moon is gonna bring that up. It's gonna bring in some, wounding or awkwardness or just something. It's very much like, I don't want to talk about that. Can we talk about anything else? I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it, but it's like, okay, we got to talk about it. We have to confront it. We have to address it. We have to take care of it. And so I just want you to set your focus on taking good care of your subconscious mind, your subliminal self. How do you do that? Well, when the feeling comes up that you're scared, when the feeling comes up that you're insecure, when the feeling comes up that you're worried, when the feeling comes up that you doubt yourself or you doubt life, that's when grown-up, rational, you have to talk to those feelings. I go way more into this. This is inner child stuff, subliminal self type of feeling. But pay attention to what comes up for you in your thoughts and in your feelings on Monday, because I want you to approach dealing with it from a very healthy, empowered standpoint, which is shedding conscious awareness, that light, that enlightenment, that illumination onto the subconscious, onto what was brushed under the rug, or a feeling that you're trying to deny, or an idea that you don't have all the confidence in the world in, but you can't help but fantasize about it or think about it. So Monday will present that kind of a challenge, that kind of a, okay, how, be brave, be strong, but also acknowledge and nurture the parts of you that are not as confident or, secure or something. Only so that it doesn't come back to bite you later, where you try to suppress something and then now you've manifested a crisis, you've manifested a tower moment, you've manifested some blow up that now you have to deal with it. You could have dealt with it more consciously before, but you didn't. And so now it's just such a big crisis moment that you've got to deal with it. And it's like, you might feel like, oh my God, I'm a victim of it's happening to me, but you've manifested it through your subconscious, of 95% of you. Okay. I might be digressing a little bit. Okay. Anyway, that's the quarter moon on Monday. Again, don't freak out if anything kind of comes up, because this whole lunar cycle, like from the 8th of April to the 23rd of April, it's eclipsy, it's a portal, it's wild, it's unpredictable energy. We have one of the biggest transits of the year happening on April the 20th, which could be electrifying, it could be unpredictable, it could be wild and crazy, it could be liberating. So the finale, the 23rd, that full moon that's going to play out from the 23rd to through the rest of April, that's okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so back to Monday. Okay, I said everything I gotta say about Monday. Then the next couple days, Tuesday and Wednesday, the moon's gonna be going through Leo, making nice trines to Chiron, North Node, all of the things. It's gonna play out. The challenge and what you're overcoming on Monday, it'll play out the next couple of days, and it'll hit on some interesting, I might even say that. Okay, so Monday, challenge, overcome the challenge, be nice and confident, but also take good care of your subconscious, your subliminal self. You can't, with the masculine feminine dichotomy, you want to be very balanced in terms of when you're being nurturing to yourself and you're saying it's okay to be emotional, it's okay to fall apart, it's okay to be vulnerable, it's okay to cry, versus when you need to treat yourself with the masculine, healthy masculine energy, which is more wanting to push you, go a little further, try a little harder, pick yourself up again, keep going, toughen up a little bit. You can do this, you can do it. You need a balance of both, but you need to know when to treat yourself with both of those like grown up kind of energies, because the feeling itself is going to feel, insecure or vulnerable or wanting to shy away, wanting to crawl in somewhere or be avoidant and wanting to avoid something altogether. And you just need to know what you need in order to right the ship again, so you can maintain your equilibrium throughout whatever's going on. So don't be too soft on yourself when you need to push yourself, and don't be too hard on yourself when you need to be soft with yourself. But you have to know yourself to know what you need when, and then do all the things. Okay, Tuesday, Wednesday, more things play out. Thursday, Friday. So Friday, we have Mercury retrograde conjoining Venus in the sign of Aries. We also have the sun moving into Taurus, like the 19th, 20th. Friday, we have Mars and Pisces sextiling the Jupiter, Uranus conjunction in Taurus. So it's really like front loaded and then the back loaded. So Monday, we have the quarter moon, and then Friday, Saturday, it's a bunch of what's it called? Sparklers and fireworks and things. So Friday looks, honestly, it's pretty exciting. Wait a minute, hold on, I have it written down somewhere. There's gonna be a conjunction. Let's see. Into my phone here. So when is it gonna be Venus? Venus is gonna conjoin the North Node on Wednesday. Okay, let's back it up a half a second. So Wednesday, Venus will conjoin the North Node. And honestly, okay, so it's gonna be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. So Wednesday, when Venus conjoins the North Node in Aries, how I see that. First of all, Venus is that Quentin Tarantino, like dirty feet is sexy, kind of an attraction. Like we like a woman that's gonna go get her hands and feet and knees all dirtied up and getting into stuff, you know. We like to see someone confident and brave and strong. We like to see someone kind of rise up, do their own thing, make it their own way, and push forward. So I would expect Wednesday, this could go either way. Don't get caught up on like masculine, like men, women stuff. This is just what our value is at the forefront of our attention. The value is going to be on independence and courage and bravery and honesty and forthrightness. And with Venus conjoining the North Node, that's like, we just can't get enough of it. We just cannot get enough of it. There's going to be some gets and some things that we're getting out of this, but we're also going to be very driven to connect, but to connect in a way that supports individuation, that supports growth, that supports someone doing something that's like, I feel like it's kind of new and different, maybe a little bit avant-garde. The North Node, it's like you've never seen it before. You've never been there before. You never tried it before. And so it's going to be something that you're going to be able to get a lot more exposure to and integrate more into your life and in your personality and whatever's going on in the Aries area of life. But I would expect it to also feel really good too. So it's not just going to be like a Venus that's just like soothing, like a spa. It can be, of course, absolutely. But it's also going to be a Venus that's like, let's play volleyball. I don't know if anyone plays volleyball here, but like, you know, let's do something sporty. Let's do something competitive. Let's do something, you know, very physical. So Wednesday is going to be a nice highlight. Friday, with Mercury retrograding over Venus, it's going to bring up a conversation from the past, without a doubt. And it's going to bring up something that you were thinking about or discussing. You may have to set the record straight on something. You may need to follow up on something. You may need to correct a misperception. You may need to revisit an agreement or something that was being discussed and brought up as early as the beginning of the month when Mercury first stationed retrograde in Aries. Mars sextiling the Jupiter Uranus conjunction is so epic and awesome. It's like very much the combination, like with the fire and then the water and the earth. It's very supportive of you creating whatever you want, just to be elevated enough to have smart wants. So it's not like you want fast food and then you go get it. Is that because that's not like sustaining, you know, be educated or elevated or aware enough to have elevated wants, wanting higher quality something, because Taurus speaks to quality. Quality, quality, quality. So it speaks to high quality things. All right. So if you want, I'm going to say, think about your heaven on earth. What does that look like? What does that feel like? What feels good? And not in a fast food feeling good, like a filet mignon good. What feels really, really good, quality, you know, good food, good clothes, good, take good care of yourself, you know, just what is that? Because you could ground it. You can take the idea You can have the conversation, because what's the conversation? It's just words, it's air, it's vibration. But through conversations and thoughts and ideas and connections, people can make something real. And whether it's a relationship that you can build on, that you have a good friendship or camaraderie, and you build a business, you build a romantic partnership, you build a friendship, you build a community, whatever it happens to be, it's a solid foundation to build on top of. But it's made real through the invisible part first, through talking and the ideas and all the invisible things. So you have the opportunity, not even just this week, but the rest, more like the end of now to the end of April, really going into May. Because it's Jupiter-Uranus, it goes exact on the 20th, but it's been building for a while now. So something can reach a peak climax or an ultimatum or some kind of moment of reveal or a moment of forward expansion, something that automatically catapults, something automatically happens, something gets to be liberated, something gets to be unearthed. I'm personally really excited. I'm not really into the mundane astrology, but I would love to see underground cities be discovered like perfectly intact with this Jupiter Uranus, saying that this can speak to like important discoveries, physical discoveries. Anyway, think about your heaven on earth, because this is a really, really cool week to try. You know, with the astrology, it's the astrology that tells us when we try and put in effort and energy into what areas, because the astrology is helping it along, versus when we just like sit back, relax, let the transits pass because the energy's not flowing there, or it's not the right timing for it. And this is one of those weeks where shoot your shot. It could be fun. It could be really fun. It could be really interesting. Back to Friday. So Friday, Mars is giving such, now Mars is also going to meet in a conjoinment, in conjunction, whatever, with Neptune. And that is going to be the 28th, but this is going to be so like, we're doing something, it's very Joan of Arc. This is like, we're doing something because of a spiritual passion. We're doing something because we are emotionally and spiritually convicted. And the flip side of this is going to be more like Jeffrey Dahmer, you know, mass murder, suicide type energy, where someone is convinced of something and they go out and do something violent. And they're backed by Sagittarius is grandiose, like grandiosity. Pisces is like, they could believe that they're Jesus and go do something really violent, or they could believe that the devil told them to do something and they go and do it, you know? So there could be that stuff that comes up, but I'm speaking to you personally, one-on-one. And this is how I'm suggesting you and guiding you to use the energy, is for you to feel your own passion. And what is it? Where is it? How do you feel? What really lights the fire? And you can have extra motivation and drive, not just to do it, but to bear any potential sacrifices with honor. You know, I don't shy away from the word sacrifice. It's an honest word. It's honest. It's very, very, and I love honesty and transparency. So it's just honest. So, okay, there's a sacrifice. How you bear that sacrifice can give such, it could feed an ego in a really healthy way, where it's like, I bear this and I'm proud to make the sacrifice. I'm proud to bear it. I'm proud to do this. I'm happy to do this. You rescue, you know, a dog off the highway and it's got a lot of needs, like maybe it needs to be fed and go to the vet and needs medicine every 2 hours and whatever. You're going to make a sacrifice. You're going to sacrifice your time, your energy, maybe money, maybe whatever, schedule, interrupting your life to take care of this dog, but you feel like this is the right thing to do. You feel impassioned to take care of this thing and to see it through. So more than happy to make the sacrifice, more than happy to stay up late at night. A new baby, I'm more than happy to stay up late at night, feed the baby, do all the things. It's for the long term. I'm building a family. I'm building, you know, something I'm gonna be really happy with at the end of my life. You know what I'm saying? So this could be a very powerful time for you to bear whatever sacrifices you're making to create your heaven on earth. And in combination with Mercury retrograde crossing Venus in Aries, you could be returning to something that you let go. You could be getting a second chance with something or a relationship or an opportunity. And you could have a very different view of it. You can have a very different view of it now with Mercury retrograde. You're thinking differently about it, like, oh, whoops, I should have done this, or I should have said yes to this, or I don't know what I was thinking. And then you get to Saturday and you have the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in Taurus, and you're just, some people, this is like their heart is just burst wide open. For some people, it's the money that you make such great sales that day and your bank account just bursts wide open. Other people, it's creativity, and you're so creative that you're just downloading all these ideas, and if you're a writer or whatever, you're just like, the pen just bursts, the pages wide open, and you're writing, you know, whatever it is that you're writing music, whatever you're doing. But that could be, maybe not everyone is going to be the exact date. It's been working on us, and it's going to continue to work on us over the next little while. But that day specifically is when it goes exact. So anyone that has any 21-degree Taurus in your chart, a few degrees on either side, going to be feeling it. But that's a liberation moment, and that could just feel so good. That could be a major breakthrough with feeling and experiencing your heaven on earth. So that's on Saturday. I'm going to speak to Sunday, the 21st. That is when we have the Sun in Taurus squaring Pluto in Aquarius. I'm going to tell you something. Say something right now. You have to be so convicted in your heaven on earth. You have to be so, like, you have to be confident. You have to be confident in your own heaven on earth that no one can talk you out of it or take it away from you, or I'm gonna wash my hair, I promise, right after this. That no one's gonna take it away from you, and that no one's going to minimize it. That's what I want to say. Minimize your heaven on earth. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, the haters, this is like this week, you're like, you know, I made a terrible decision. I don't want to be with this person. I want to be with this person. I don't want to do this job. I want to do that job. I don't want to be in this industry. I want to be in that industry. I don't want to be in this city. I want to be in that country. It could be like, or you tried for something and it didn't happen. And so you're trying to like move forward with your life, but then it does come back. Oh my God, this thing that I submitted 6 months ago, now there's a yes to it. Oh my God, this person I went for that didn't want me 2 years ago. Oh my God, now they're here. Now they want me. What? You know, it's like, there's like a little bit of a boomerang, you know, things from the past coming back up. So as long as you take care of yourself, your conscious awareness and your subliminal self, you can trust yourself. And you can trust yourself to make your decisions for your life. But the Sun-Pluto square that's also in the background building throughout, like closer to the end of the week, tells me that there's going to be haters. And you're going to know who's the hater, because they're going to be the one where you're going to say, listen, I thought about it, and I'm going to move back somewhere, or I thought about it and I'm going to do this. I thought about it and I'm going to make this decision with my life. The hater is going to be the one to say, okay, but you know what everyone's going to say, right? You know what that's going to look like, right? All right, the hater is going to have something negative. It's going to bring back maybe something negative or a criticism or something else about it that you already got over. You already rationalized it in your head. You already problem solved it. You already figured it out, or you've already made peace with it, or you've already accepted it. They're going to bring it back up. And that's the hater. I'm going to tell you, that's all I'm going to say, is that that's the hater. Just let them identify themselves and keep calm, carry on. Do what you're going to do anyway. Do what you do. This is a very independent energy. This is very much, no one can tell anyone else how to live their life. I know you love me. I know you have the best interest for me. Okay. I have to do this. I have to do this. Okay, you're gonna crash and burn. Okay, then I have to have that experience of crashing and burning. I don't think I'm gonna, but okay. All right, so it's very much a power struggle. Now, here's the thing about the power struggles in astrology. You're gonna feel it like a power struggle. You're gonna feel like, let's say you want to do something with your life. I'm thinking of like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, because the beginning, there's this, he says something to the camera. He says, I have to show my best friend the best day of his life. Otherwise, he's going to marry the first girl he has sex with, and he's just going to be miserable the rest of his life. That is the emotional log line that the whole movie hangs upon. The whole movie hangs on that statement. Okay, I know, mind blowing here, but you in your life this week, it's like you have both. You have like a Ferris and you have Cam and you have the other guy. And you've got to go, like Cam has like the anxiety and all the fears and the worries and stuff. And then Ferris is like, it's all gonna work out. It'll all work out. It'll all work out right for me. It'll all happen the way it's supposed to. It's gonna be fun and great and great. So the power struggle is in you feeling like you don't have a choice. You might feel forced into something, or you might feel manipulated, or you might feel like coerced. Maybe a friend or a parent or a family member, maybe a family's like, I don't like the new job you have. What are you doing with this? All right, if you want to do it, fine, whatever. But maybe every day they say something that's like negative about it, and it's undermined. They're trying to undermine your confidence in it. But in astrology with the power struggles, it's only going to reflect a power struggle you have within yourself. So if there's something going on, a family member or a friend or someone doesn't like something you're doing or something that's happening, something going on, then you have to look inside and see how and where that could be reflecting an insecurity, or where you need to be more empowered yourself, where you need to be like just more confident in what you're doing. Because that's what it's going to reflect, that fight with a friend or an ex or a spouse or a family member or a coworker, whatever. It's only reflecting something you're trying to work out personally. So it's not, it's a lot, there's gonna be a lot of projection, a lot of, people may be feeling. If you feel like you don't have a choice, it's not true. It's not true. If this is the sad, hard thing about power struggles, is that someone will feel like they have no choice, and then they give their power away. And that's what it ends up being. Should this just be like my little Sunday shirt? I think that might just be, I think this might just be it. So they feel like they don't have a choice, and whatever they do or say is them giving their power away, when they just felt like they don't have any power. But here they are, kind of being coerced or manipulated or pressured into giving the power away. So when the friend's like, oh, okay, great, sure, yeah, do you, but you know what everyone's gonna say, right? You know what that's gonna look like, right? Oh, you know what, maybe they're right, maybe I should like wait a little bit longer, and maybe I shouldn't do that. Bro, live your life. So the sun square Pluto on Sunday the 21st, that's one way it can manifest. For another way it can manifest, depending on how consciously you're using this energy, it's a little more subconscious if you manifest a power struggle. And that's whenever I'm finding myself in a power struggle, the fucking meter maid or whatever it is, I'm like, okay, let's look at my masculine energy. What do I need to fix? What do I need to detoxify? Whatever it is, and it'll go away. That problem or whatever, it'll just go away. But another way this can manifest with the sun square Pluto is a breakthrough, a hard breakthrough. And it might come with a little bit of like battle scars, or like it might come with some like casualties, where there may be, it's a breakthrough, but maybe you lose a friend. It's a breakthrough, but maybe you're going to stop talking to a family member for a few years. It's a breakthrough, but you have to change something that seems so permanent, that seems so ingrained. Maybe everyone knew you as like the good time partier, and you're getting sober, and now people are like, well, shit, like, you're not fun anymore, or like, so you may be changing your life so importantly and so drastically and so like in such a way where it could just be a hard pivot. It could just be a hard pivot where you're like, this is the thing now. Holy shit. I'm gonna be a dad. Holy shit. I'm moving out of state. Holy shit, this is really happening. I'm really doing it. I'm really creating it. And so that might be you pulling your funds out of a financial institution because you're now going to be doing this. That could be where the things are kind of like happening. I'm still pretty excited. And I mean, sure, it's gonna. My moon's at 3 degrees of Aquarius. Okay. Anyway, so that's basically the week in a nutshell. All right. As a recap, it starts with a challenge on Monday. How are you treating yourself? All right. Are you being soft with yourself when you need the nurturing? Are you being a little bit harder on yourself when you need to be challenged? If you can do that in balance and be very self-contained and not over rely on like other people, what your boyfriend thinks, what other people think, then you'll be fine. Wednesday, Venus North Node, it's sweet, it's sexy, it's independent, it's doing its own thing. And listen, Aries and Aquarius both are like, either Aries is like the pioneer, the first one to do something. Aquarius has like the vision and sees things like way, way in advance. So some of this energy is still so, it's correcting something from the past, but it's still so forward thinking and so a lot of momentum moving forward and futuristic that some people are going to just be in the past still, and they're just going to be living in the past energy, and they're just not going to get it, and they're not going to like, oh, okay, we're doing this now, let's just go ahead and adapt really fast. They're still going to be living in the past, and they're still going to be working under past agreements and assumptions and who they were in the past, who you were in the past, how things were in the past, and they're still going to be operating as if that's the case, but it's not. Things are changing fast. The world is changing faster and faster every day, and they won't be as adaptable. And those are going to be the haters, people that are going to be critical or, false frenzy and sort of undermining the people that are going to be taking more progressive steps forward. And you just need to identify who they are. That's it. That's all you need to do. Make your life, do your life accordingly. But Wednesday, love Wednesday. Friday. I feel like Friday is really like getting it rocking and rolling. Like Friday is like, shoot your shot, man. Friday, Saturday is both like shoot your shot, just go for it. I feel like whatever comes of that, like by Sunday, it's like, so this is really changing. This is really over. This doesn't even apply to me anymore. You're trying to treat me like I'm that person I used to. I'm not even that person anymore. You're in the past. So you're treating me like I'm that person I was in the past. You're in the past. I've already outgrown that. I've already outgrown you. So this is going to be a week, I feel, where people separate themselves from everybody else around them, where like people living in the past want things to go back to the way they were, living under past assumptions, and people that are really embracing their own self-power to create their own heaven on earth and making the changes, acting accordingly. Because I love this Taurus energy. Oh God, what summer was it? I think it was the summer of 21. No, 22. I think it was, no, maybe it was 21. Oh my God. The Jupiter, you know what? I'm not prepared to, oh shoot. I'm not looking at my phone. Not looking at my phone. Okay. So that's all you guys really need to know. Go forth and prosper. Create your own heaven on earth. It's going to be an amazing week for everyone. Remember, I count it as we're still in the eclipse window. So it's really not going to be super over until we get to the full moon on the 23rd of April in Scorpio. we're gonna get some of the shocks and some of the, oh my gods, earlier, like maybe over the weekend. But it's gonna play out, that's gonna still play out over until, going through the end of April, going into May is when we get some reprieve. But this is the week. This is like the changeover week. Okay, so just meditate very deeply on your heaven on earth, because whatever the Taurus stuff is, that's really going exact by the end of the week, it's been building, it's been showing you, it's been already trying to give you things. People have been resistant, so missing the boat in wave after wave after wave. So this is this is like the biggest wave of like the year. Now to the end of April, beginning of May. May's exciting, May's really beautiful, but only, I would say, put in the work in April and it pays off. It pays off later. But you've got to do the wounded healing thing. You've got to confront the wounds and the vulnerabilities. You have to get over your insecurities. Oh my God, what people think, or whatever it is. That's the stuff that has power over you. So the power struggle doesn't even just have to be between you and other people. It's you and your own mind. You could have something great and beautiful right in front of you and completely take it for granted. You can have an opportunity delivered to you on a silver platter and say, here it is, universe, like, here's the opportunity. But you could be so in your head about, what do other people think? What's this going to look like? And you could miss it. You can just pass up the opportunity. So this is a week of opportunity. This time is a time of opportunity, and I just don't want you guys to miss it. Okay, I have to skedaddle. You guys enjoy this week. I'm gonna hop over on my Patreon, and I'm gonna talk about how in like 10 minutes how this affects every single zodiac sign. Then I shall wash my hair, do the rest of the things. So I'll be back on. Follow me on TikTok. It's the same handle. Watch Natalie. I do cool occult stuff over there. Is there anything else? No, there's not. I love you guys. Take very good care, and until next